To set up a lightweight custom execution mode in the portfolio optimization Mosel example, open the Mosel source file named portfolio.mos, located in the source folder of the root directory of the app, using Express Workbench. Next, declare two new scalar entities of type real, marked as result entities via annotations, before the definition of the execution modes, to store the newly calculated values for the average return of shares that are high risk and low risk, respectively. Before the execution modes declarations, create a function to calculate the average value of an array of real, subject to a filter condition on another array of type Boolean. Then, create a new custom run mode using the exec modes annotation, naming the mode for example custom_run, and add a description. Within the function definition, use insight populate to indicate that only the two entities shares return and shares high risk should be populated for this execution mode, since that is the only data needed for producing the intended results. After the calculation of the average return for each new entity using the previously defined function, save the new entity's values back into the insight scenario by using insight capture. In the default run mode, call the insight populate subroutine at the start of the mode to initialize all input entities with scenario data for the calculations. At the end of this execution mode, save back the intended result entities to the insight scenario by using the insight capture subroutine. In the view file named portfolio.vdl, located in the Client Resources folder of the apps directory, start by creating a second VDL action group inside the VDL header section to execute the new custom mode named Custom Run. Then, after the first row of the VDL section, add a new row and then a new column with the heading Partial Results. Inside the column, add a labeled button that triggers the new execution mode and two containers. Each container includes two text components for printing the label and value of the average return for high-risk and low-risk shares, respectively. At this point, the app is ready to be published. Click on the Publish button in Express Workbench to rapidly deploy the app into the Insight server and open it with your favorite web browser. Next, add a scenario to the shelf and execute the default load mode. Then, click on the button in the new Partial Results section to execute the new custom mode, obtain the value of the new entities, and print them on screen. At this point, all other result entities are empty, as you can confirm in the Results section or the Entity Explorer in the View Navigator. By clicking on the Run Optimization button, the default run mode is executed to populate all the other result entities. After the default run mode is completed, we can verify that the new entities maintain their value, as intended. We can then rerun the custom execution mode and verify that the values of all result entities are also kept after the run.